I suppose.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon RCL. This is actually it's not A division. It's B division. We are starting off week one with a big fucking amount of bullshit. So, as I'm sure most of you know, there was a issue with the showdown document, and so all the replays are deleted. So we actually don't have replays from week one. So I am joined by our good friend, Mr. Davey.
Hello, I don't want to be here.
He's being held at gunpoint. He has no choice. So we are going to be looking at the matchups rather than watching the matches, and then going over the results at the end. Which is why it's matchup discussions, not match breakdowns or whatever I normally had there. Moving on. So starting us off, we have the battle between... I should have had this list up. We have the matches between Galarian Starmie and Sapphic Staraptor. So Starmie is our Dragapult, Espeon, and Fernape team, and Staraptor is the Talonflame, Sneasler, Delphox team. Damn, Delphox is hella fast. What the fuck? 104?
It is not about Pokemon.
I mean, I kind of always thought it was shit, to be honest. I've never ever seen it used competitively, so if it's never been seen, I just assume it's not good.
Well, a lot of people think Delphox is one of the worst starters of all time, and I just don't think that's true. That's a lot of tools. That's a common, nasty plot, a lot of things to work with.
Let's look at stats. 75 HP, 69 attack, that's whatever. Hey, wait a minute. 69. Nice.
God damn it.
72 defense, 114 special attack. That's like pretty good. It's nothing amazing, but it's pretty good. 100 speed def and 104 speed. That's like decent actually. It's like usable.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job to you, Delphox, for not being dog shit like everyone thought you were.
104 speed is actually really valuable too, because the 100 base speed is really crowded.
Yeah, like how with the 101 for Landorus is really nice as well.
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. Starting us off here, I'm gonna say this glaring fucking Ghost weakness while your opponent has Dragapult. That's not good.
I don't think any of his Terra resolves that issue either.
No, they did not.
Terra Poison, and what's the other Terra again?
Terra Fairy Delphox.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
No, neither of his Terras help him in the situation at all. So really, honestly, especially because of this massive speed of Dragolas, he definitely could have gone. Oh, actually no, he was 3 point away from being able to go Modest. That's unfortunate for him.
Well, nonetheless, that thing can still go choice specs very, very burden free.
Yeah, he's basically, if he just runs choice specs Shadow Ball, he basically just sweeps the team after like a little bit of chip, and realistically, with a team with Infernape, Landorus, Manaphy, Scizor, it's gonna be very easy to get chip in. Like, especially either three of those four Pokemon all have U-turn, which is like the best chip in the world, really.
Yeah, I do agree. And the one thing that can outspeed Dragapult, which is Unburdened Sneasler, it doesn't really have a good way to hit ghosts.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a good Dragapult answer at all. In like, the best Dragapult it realistically has is like, Scarf Infernape. Sorry, not Infernape. Annihilape, or like Scarf Palafin with Ice Punch, I guess.
Scarf Annihilate isn't even a good counter because Rage Fist requires a bit of setup to get a power up.
Well, if he like switches it in, he like with what Gray did last season in A, he would send the Annihilate in on a U-turn to get the chip without taking the damage, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if Staraptor played similarly, he could have easily done that and still got the power up. But also, Dragapult's defense is 75, so I don't think it really needed... Like, if it was... Like, it only needed, like, one hit to be base 100. At base 100, I wouldn't be surprised if it O-code.
I wouldn't be so sure, because Dragapult is very flexible in terms of the EV spread. Because it is so fast, it can afford to go a lot of EV in bulk.
That is true, actually. And especially here, it would like barely, especially because it can't run Modest. It would have to still be Jolly, so it would just be like, it would be like less than half of its like less than half the bar would be speed.
Yeah, pretty much. Besides, I don't even think running Jolly is strictly necessary. Talonflame is an anomaly, to say the least, because, Gale Wings.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sneasler, very few Sneaslers ever go Jolly into the elements because it's so fast when it's activated. So realistically, he is just trying to outspeed Delphox.
Well, going with a... So this is just like the spread that I'm using just for the sake of argument. So I'm going 128 speed, as that is what's required to outspeed max speed Talonflame.
Okay.
And then I'm going max HP and then the rest in defense. So it isn't even like the spec set or anything we were talking about before. And it would need to be a third hit Rage Fist. So 150 base power to get the guaranteed OHKO.
Sounds about right.
But even still, that's only... Sorry, not 3 hit, 2 hit. That's still, like, pretty reasonable, especially with all these U-turners and shit. Like, that's not bad getting hit twice and then being able to OHKO arguably your biggest... Not even arguably, probably your biggest threat.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, it would require a finesse, but... Well, we know, down here in BDiv, that's not very common, but still, hey, you know?
That is true. Like, personally, I actually wouldn't run a spec set myself. I actually see the defensive value in Dragapult in this matchup, so I would just go either Thunderwave or Will-O-Wisp, and I run Hex, that's my only attacking move. And from there I can go Sub, or I can go Disable.
Well, I'm pretty sure Alolan Muck has Toxic Spikes now, right?
Oh, it does?
I think so. Don't quote me on that, but I think they got it. I'll double check that now.
I'm checking too. It doesn't have Toxic Spike, no.
No?
No.
So hang on, they gave Toxic Spikes to Arbok, but not Muck? What kind of nonsense is this? And I'm the fucking Arbok stan, hello?
Arbok needs all the help it gets, but Muck is a Chad.
This is true. Muck doesn't need the help.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could you imagine like a really neat set of Toxic Spikes Hex? That'd be really good, I think. Though he does have a Sneasler to get rid of them, and a Weezing, and potentially Terra. Does Terra's Poison get rid of that stuff?
It does not remove your status.
No, but will it remove the spikes, I mean?
No. Are you trying to say that once it's poisoned, if you go Terra Poison, it doesn't take damage? No, it doesn't work like that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, will it remove the Toxic Spikes if it comes in as a...
No, because Cresselia has Levitate, not Grounded.
Oh, true, you're right. I forgot about that. But okay, not counting Cresselia, assuming it wasn't Levitate, is that how that works? I don't know how Terra works for that stuff.
Well, yes.
Cool.
If you are a grounded poison type and you land on Toxic Spike, you absorb it. He has a Weezing, which is a good Toxic Spike absorber.
Yeah, as well as against... Well, Sneasler's not a good absorber, but it is still a poison type that will get rid of them at some point or another.
Precisely. Well, when I say absorb, I mean it just removes the Toxic Spike.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, I'm gonna say the little bit that I remember of this match, because again, the replays don't exist, and I only remember so much because it's been like 3 weeks and my memory is dog shit. So I remember the match starting in a very unfortunate way for our boy here, where he sent out Electros and Palafin were like the two leads. So I remember being in the spoiler chat like afterward, and he said that Star said that he even checked for a Scarf Electros to see if it would outspeed his Palafin, and he said it didn't, and so because of that he's it wouldn't outspeed a max speed Palafin. He felt confident that he just wouldn't bother doing that, so he stayed in and went for the flip turn. But Electros started the game off being like max speed Scarf to fuck with that idea, so that it would Thunderbolt and kill the Palafin right off the bat. He made like the big ball move of like calling that he would make that prediction.
Oh yeah.
It was very ballsy, but you know what? I respect it. I respect the play from Star. Wait, this is Starmie vs Staraptor. I'm probably referring to both plays as Star, aren't I?
Yeah, Starmie was Staraptor.
Yeah, this was the battle of the stars, and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
But the Electros, like, it's really really big balls made by Starmie to just go for it round one. But also, he didn't really have any. It's not like he had a ground type to be immune. But yeah. Also, staying in, I think, was a little bit of an unnecessary risk. I do understand his thought process, as he said, it can't outspeed max speed Palafin, so why would it like bother putting investment into outspeed a lesser speed Palafin? So I understand it, but I also don't think it was worth the risk. Because what would Electros really do to your Rillaboom? Like, why not switch directly to that, or even to Cresselia with its stupidly high defenses?
Yeah, that is a fair point. Especially Palafin has really bad bulk before it goes on the transformation.
Exactly right. It just wasn't worth it, in my opinion. And while, like, his thought process is perfectly reasonable, if you ask me, but there's just those things. This is something that actually has been talking about a lot lately, where you can't just think, well, this shouldn't be able to do that, so it's fine. When it's about your win con, when it comes to your win con, you need to play it a lot more safer. And Palafin, especially against this team with Landorus and Infernape, that Jet Punch will fucking destroy those guys. Is yeah, and even like Play Rough for Dragapult would have been really useful. I doubt Palafin would have been one shot by Dragapult anyway.
Yeah, Palafin is really freaking bulky when it transforms.
Yeah, it's literally only like 3 HP behind Mew, and we all know how tanky Mew can be.
Nah, Palafin is 100 HP and 97 defense, so you're right the first time.
Oh, I was right the first time, was I? Damn.
Yep.
Something funny is fucking the rock weakness, despite oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong shit. My god, I'm retarded.
Yes,
I was thinking the Sudowoodo was on the other team, and I was thinking it's funny that the Sudowoodo didn't come in to fuck that over. But they don't the Sudowoodo is on this team.
It's too slow, man. Even if there's Scarf, it is way too slow to do anything.
I mean, yeah, what 174 at a Scarf? That's like 300. No, that's doubling, not 1.5. So it'd be like 240 or something, right?
Yeah, around that range,
which is still slower than it's like it'll outspeed Galarian Wheezing.
Yeah, 250. That's around base 80, I believe. Base 80 speed. Not that good.
You can see them here if you're looking on my screen.
I am Asian. I do math in my head. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Racist.
Yes, but also Sudowoodo, if it wants to do anything, it kind of needs to run a rock polish set. But that's where the conundrum comes in, because it wants to use Rocket so that it can spam Head Smash. But I also kind of want to run Sturdy to actually be able to set up.
Yeah.
So it's a big conundrum.
Indeed. That's basically all I remember of this match. Oh, and Dragapult actually didn't even get used from memory. I think it just sat in the back the whole game, which I think is pretty funny, considering it was the biggest threat and it actually did nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about this team.
If I had to guess how this battle went, I would say definitely the guy with the Dragapult won. Like, I don't think this is
Do you want to make a guess about how much he won by?
Provided he took down the freaking Palafin on turn 9, I'm gonna say it's a 3 victory, maybe?
Pretty close. So the ending score was a 2-0 victory for Starmie.
Boo! Who died? Come on, who died?
I can check that actually. So, Landorus died, Manaphy died, Muck died, and Infernape died. So, Electros and Dragapult were the only Pokemon who didn't die.
Electros worse.
I know, right? Dude, Electros got the most kills, like, had the best, like, KDR. Because it got 2 kills and 0 deaths, where Infernape got 2 kills and 1 death.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Literally took a win on round... Sorry, took a kill on round 1. Freaking proceeds to live until the very end of the battle. What a chat.
I know, right? Alright, moving on, we have the battle between Boston Celesteela and Arctic Alola or Tai. Now, this battle didn't actually happen. This was a forfeit loss due to times just not working out, and yeah, he didn't have the time, so the battle just ended up being a forfeit loss. But in terms of matchup, I want to say Qian Pao runs through this team it just runs through this team. I mean, Vaporeon, I guess, would say hi a little bit, but like...
It does have to worry about Brelin's Technician boosted Mach Punch.
That also, yes. But
Yeah.
when he has Bramblegast, I don't think... Like, Bramblegast is just like such a perfect Breloom switch in, really.
Yeah, pretty much. It takes enough. It doesn't get affected by Spore. It takes nothing from Policy and Fighting.
And even Enamorus with the 4 times Fighting Resist and the Grass Resist as well.
Well, it has Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb can very much kill Enamorus in full. I have tried that. It didn't work.
Fair enough.
Mm.
I will say the Rabombi's webs could definitely have played a role, but with Cyclizar and Bramblegast and Fortress all as spinners, I don't see it being too big of an issue.
I would agree. Yeah.
It
doesn't have a good spin blocker that I can see.
No, not really. Steeler is also lucky that Tai doesn't have a good ground type. Like, there's Toedscruel, but Toedscruel's dog shit.
Okay, fill me in here. Does Tai have some kind of draft restriction as well? Because his team looks equally dog shit as mine.
Yeah, his restriction is only 12 points and below.
Oh, okay, so that's my original restriction.
Well, yours was going to be 13, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so he basically has your original restriction.
Well, from one nerf person to another, he definitely has the better sticky web setup.
That he does, yeah.
He definitely does. I have a Cricketune.
You're fucking Cricketune, bro.
Next week, just look out for that.
I also think the Dutch Bund would actually be pretty helpful into this matchup. Fairy goes somewhat hard into Steelers' team. Qian Pao, Cyclizar, Iron Hands. It does kind of falter against Cinderace, but because of its fire based, what is it called again? Yeah, because of that, it also can tank a lot of hits from Cinderace fairly easily. And I'm assuming it gets some fucking coverage that can hit Cinderace.
It does not. Well, it has body press. That's pretty much all it gets.
And you know what? That's fucking good enough.
Yeah, but I'll still say Cinderace will eventually win against Dash Bomb, because let's not forget Gunk Shot's protein's a thing.
That is true, yeah. It's Libero, but yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't have any insights from the game because again, it was a forfeit loss. It didn't actually happen.
Yeah, I reckon we don't need to dwell too hard on this one.
Yep, I agree. Should we move on now?
Hey.
Alright, cool. So this is our third match between Bisexual Bisharps, or Debug, and Super Sleepy Skeledirge, also known as Will. Now, Will here...
I'm allergic to healthy...
Yeah, this is the Baxcalibur Hail team. They're one of the best teams by far. But also, the team was handcrafted by the GOAT Akshy himself. Also a really good fucking team. Outside of the Pikachu. We don't count the Pikachu.
Hey, Pikachu is good. Lay out Pikachu.
Yeah, Lightball Pikachu can go fucking hard.
Yeah.
So, I actually remember this game fairly well because it was a very short game. Torterra Shell Smash has a very good day. I believe he got 5 kills that game.
Christ.
Yeah, this game literally went for like 11 turns or something, and it was a very, very quick destruction of Will because, as we all know, Will is dog shit.
Rather mean thing to say about your own brother, but I do agree he doesn't make the best decision.
Yeah. Even though I will say they both have some pretty glaring weaknesses that the Torterra definitely goes into this ground and grass weak team very, very fucking well into. I mean, 6 ground weaknesses and 2 immunities. Oh, actually, I just realized this is his new team, not his old team. But the only difference is, wait, he has a Uxie and not a Donphan. That's, hang on, I'll change that real quick.
It falls to any other physical attack.
That's fair. Anyway, so his 6 ground weaknesses and 3 ground immunities make for an interesting matchup in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
As well as 3 grass weaknesses but 3 resists. So it has a lot of flaws, but realistically, with a Shell Smash Torterra, it can just pick and choose what to use on each turn, and 90% of the time, it's just going to obliterate whatever it sees. It's got rock. I believe it has Rock Slide for coverage too. Yeah.
Stone Edge too.
Stone Edge, yeah. So Taunty and Cryogonal aren't going to be having fun with that. Uxie might tank a little bit, but I don't think Uxie actually came to that match, to be honest.
Uxie is very bulky. I also want to highlight that this Torterra isn't even the Terra Captain.
Yeah, no, it definitely I left it low enough that it could be a Terra Captain, but nope, it's not the Terra Captain. So
yeah, if this Torterra is like Terra Electric or something, this can be a very different game. It might take 6 kills instead of 5.
Yeah. Oh, there's also the Amoonguss. Ah, fuck. I hate that Will's made so many changes to his team. I don't even remember what he didn't have to begin with.
Yeah, no, you're right. Amoonguss was on the team initially, which is a really good mon.
Yeah, the Amoonguss is what stopped the Torterra from getting 6 kills.
I agree. If you go with the what's that move? Clear Smog, I don't think Torterra
Will did not go with that, but that's.
Oh, right.
But it did. He was scared of the Amoonguss, so he just swapped out and killed Amoonguss with, I think it was Alolan. No, he swapped to Alolan Ninetales, but then Alolan Ninetales got sludge bombed and died. And then he swapped to something else and killed it with that, and then continued his Torterra sweep.
Nice.
So fun fact, Torterra actually shell smashed twice in this game.
Yeah, it happens more than you would think, because if it's a White Herb set,
It wasn't a White Herb set. I think it was lefties.
Oh, okay. Oh, lefties? What did he even shell smash on the second time?
Well, he didn't do it twice. I mean, he did it. He swapped out because he was scared of Amoonguss, and then he came back in and did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, a non-White Herb Torterra shell smashing twice. Like, who the fuck let that happen?
Well, Will would let it happen because Will is not good at this game.
I guess so. Yeah, Torterra's shell arm is a really reliable shell smash sleeper, to be entirely fair. You can't be critical.
But see this is the weird thing. Both Mez and Ziggy said they think it should be 9 points, and I'm thinking that this boy is way too good for 9. He might not be good enough for 11, which is where I put him just as a starting point. But honestly,
9 is way too low. I think 11's like around the sweet spot.
See, that's kind of that's where it felt right to me. But it's also worth noting, up till now, Torterra has the 2nd most kills and is 3rd place in the kill leaders. So, yeah.
I can see where Ziggy and Mesk are coming from. One of Torterra's biggest weaknesses is that even with double the speed, it doesn't outspeed base, I believe, 100 Scarfers, and that's a really big deal, because base 100 Scarfers are basically everywhere. But in Division B, where the speed tiers are just a little dog shit all over the place, you can get away with it.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. This reminds me of Hawlucha in another server, where they had an electric terrain in Hawlucha, and it basically just beat up every not like skilled player. It's just like the best noob slaying strategy, and that's basically where Torterra's shining here as well, as it's really good at cleaning up any player who's not experienced enough to know how to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. There are certain things in Pokemon battling that I would like to call basically noob check.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do not meet certain criteria, you will lose to noob check strategies.
Basically, yeah.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Anyway, we already know this team is fucking broken, but it ended up not being needed. Like Baxcalibur, I don't think got any kills in that game. I don't even remember if it came out, to be honest. But yeah. Anything else you want to say, mate?
No, well, except I think Excalibur scored a bit too high at 18. I don't think it is literally on the level of Dragapult.
See, I mean, this is kind of a weird tangent, but I don't really mind because I think Baxcalibur is only worth 18 if paired with Alola Ninetales, which like it almost always will be, you know.
Yeah, well, that's if you let it. That's the difference between Ninetale and Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur needs Hell to function, but Ninetale can function with any sort of offensive mon that wants a turn to set up or wants 2 turns to hit really freaking hard.
Well, so that's the thing. I don't think it needs Ninetales to be good. Like, it was still a 17 pointer before we had maybe 16 pointer, but like, it's still a good Pokemon. But to be considered 18, yeah, it definitely needs Hail. Or
I
Snow
agree.
now, I guess. But I think it's, well, that's the thing. You say you let them, but not many people are really gonna grab a like 12-point Mon as their second pick, or even their first pick. You know. So like
Well,
Debug, believe Debug was first in the draft, maybe. Let me.
that's the flip side, right? You're limiting yourself to picking a Alolan Ninetale on the second round, which is a 14-point mark. I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's bad, but usually in draft league, you'll want to prioritize the 18 to 16 months on the first 2 rounds, right?
yeah, or even arguably first three rounds to be fair.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I'm getting at. You need Ninetales to make Baxcalibur broken, and so you said that unless somebody stops them, but nobody is going to want to give up another like 17, 16 pointer just to stop someone else, generally speaking, unless it also like helps their team, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Which,
so.
don't get me wrong, Alola like Veil is always going to help a team, but it just depends what they want to do with the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm picturing a world in like where someone wants to grab like Chen Pao round 1 and then Ninetales round 2. That could be really powerful.
Yeah, but which is again how I want to highlight it. It's kind of I don't particularly agree with some of the pairing decision with these mons. There are certain mons that are ranked at 14 or thereabout, like Bisexual at 14 and Ninetales at 14. I believe their power level alone maybe fits the 14 tier. However, they just enable an entire playstyle that no other mon can replicate.
That's fair.
Yeah, and Glamora too. Glamora is not a broken mon, but nothing sets Toxic Spike as reliable as this thing.
That's fair. The toxic debris ability is just super good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll move on. So here we have.
Herbal Fire!
Yes, we have. I got your Nosepass on the right side and Chicago Ceruledge on the left side. Wait, no, other way around.
Up and down, my dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was looking at the speed tiers, but so this team here is nose passes. This team here is Ceruledge.
Green Cock is a good Pokemon.
Screamcock is a cock.
Yes. Look at his head, there's a cock right there.
Yeah, basically. Oh wait, this is the new team again. Fuck, I need to stop doing this. Alright, everything's fixed. I apologize for that. And yeah, I definitely think this team is worse, which is, you know, good because it means he made correct changes and shit. But I must say, I don't see anything that can get through a Corviknight Tinglu combo, right?
Uh, Iron Valiant can definitely try something. Let's not forget this thing has Thunderbolt.
Oh, that's
So,
true.
yeah. Yeah.
But also,
Iron Valiant is the ideal mixed attacker. That's what
yeah,
I'll say.
it definitely fucking is. But it also can't break through a Screamtail
Well, yeah, true.
with its stupid
Very
ass
true.
115 speed def, 115 HP.
And somehow really high speed.
Yeah, it's got 115 HP and speed def, and then a 111 speed.
The thing is what Superior was supposed to be, a fast, yet bulky, annoying Pokemon.
I don't think Superior was meant to be bulky. I think it's meant to be like full offense.
My brother in Christ, I think has 100 defenses, I'm pretty sure.
It does? What the fuck?
Okay, 95 defenses.
That's still like reasonable, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's still shit without contrary.
Yes.
Yeah, so both teams, funnily enough, kind of have a ground. They're both like Will's team, where they have 0 resists, but then a bunch of immunities. But the second team has also got a fuck ton of weaknesses.
Yeah, I would say, I would say they're both pretty defensively sound teams, just because they have really fat mons across the board.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Dondozo, Wash Tom, even Masquerada and Thunderous can be fairly bulky. Glowking is obviously. Then, like, Screamtail, Milotic, Corviknight, Tinglu, fucking Lug.
Tread has an excellent defensive offensive typing, so.
That's true, yeah. It just doesn't. Well, actually, it has 120 defense and 90 HP. It's still pretty bulky,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, it's bulkier than Astro. I mean, Astro used to be a defensive one.
And it's got 106 speed, too. Man, what the fuck is this shit?
I know it. Power creep at its finest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this really is, like, power creep as hell, hey.
Yep.
I think Ogerpon has a pretty good matchup into this team, though, right?
Oh, it definitely does.
Outside of the Wash Tom and Dondozo, I think it would just destroy most of things.
Even with Rotom and Dondozo in the picture, Ogerpon's very, very hard to stop.
Especially if it's like an SD set.
Agreed.
Or
Just
even-
speed is good.
Yeah, or even it could go if it wanted to SD Trailblaze dual stabs. That would be pretty fucking crazy.
Oh, for sure. It can even capitalize on Rotom Wash's inability to take it down in one hit, and it can just try to run a somewhat bulky set even.
Well, that's the thing. If you're running Trailblaze, you don't need to do much speed investment. Even non-speed, I think, will outspeed max speed Masquerada at
You're
plus
not
1.
wrong. You're not wrong. But Rotom Wash relies heavily on its ability to burn things and to pain split.
Well, while being a fire type, it can't really do that.
Precisely, and Ogerpon does have synthesis. A lot of people don't remember it has synthesis.
I didn't even
Come
know
on,
it.
man.
I never even knew it had it, to be fair.
And Hornleech. This thing can play defense with offense.
Yeah, Hornleech is such a good move.
It is a great move.
It's kind of wild to say, but I actually think Milotic is pretty bad against this team. Just so many Pokemon can hit it really well. Wash Tom can, Mimikyu, Thunderous. Even fucking, like, because it's a Terra Electric, fucking Dedenne couldn't go pretty good into Milotic. Iron Treads with Volt Switch and shit. Masquerada, and again, Valiant Thunderbolt. Like, I kind of think Milotic is pretty shit in this matchup.
I tend to agree with you. I, in fact, do not understand why Dedenne is on this roster when there's already Thunderous Syrian, which is just a better electric type all around.
Well, like, so this team has 3 offensive electrics and, well, sorry, 2 offensive electrics and 1 defensive electric, and then 3 offensive fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team has a couple minor issues, but it's still a really cool team.
It is a cool team, I guess. Yeah. I do not vibe with this team.
That's fair. Can you believe? Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't agree. I do think it's a pretty neat team, but can you believe Mez said that this is the best team in his opinion?
Mass is biased against Iron Treads. I'm just gonna say that.
That's valid. That's pretty valid.
I have a feeling he has a certain thing for Iron Treads, and it's not, they shouldn't be explained on a public platform.
It's the same kind of thing he has for elbows.
I guess so, yeah. Okay, Elbow's underrated though.
That's enough out of you.
Alright.
So I don't actually remember anything from this game either, to be honest.
Yeah, nah.
I really wish replays existed.
Oh, I guess one more thing to mention, Ogerpon has Mold Breaker, which completely ignores Stundoza's unaware.
Oh.
So this Stundoza is not doing anything in front of this Ogerpon.
Yeah, that's definitely something of note.
Yeah.
So looking at the score, because I thought this would have been a good idea. Pheasant Dippity got 2 kills, Ogerpon got 1 kill, and Haxorus got 3 kills. So I guess it ended up being a setup sweeping option.
Which is ironic because you have 3 fairies.
Yeah, with the it is Terra Steel Haxorus, to be fair. So
Okay, I guess.
yeah, I don't know, Chief.
Brother. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's kind of weird that you lose the physical threat with freaking Dundoza and Roland Wash on your team. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Anyway, we are moving on to your game.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, Clefable's a goat.
Yeah, so, I'm just going to say this straight up. Clefable just ended up having a Calm Mind off versus Slowbro, where Slowbro forgot that its enemy, Clefable, had unaware, and therefore didn't really give a single fuck that he was also setting up.
I took like 5% from a +4 serve.
Yeah, so pretty much the Clefable just ended up sweeping. I think you got 5 kills with the Clefable. You only lost 1 of them on earlier.
Correct. So my Clefable was Calm Mind, Moonblast, Moonlight, and Knockoff. I didn't really have a good way to get past that Heatran, which is why my entire strategy was to get rid of Heatran.
Good strategy, good strategy.
Yeah, so I led with Senaconda to immediately pressure Heatran. From there I got up Rocks, and I literally... Okay, I got up 1 Calm Mind with my Terra Ice Jolteon, repeatedly hammered into the Heatran and the Roaring Moon. The Heatran was able to take me down because Heatran just got bulky, but I got in my Arcanine from there, and he was forced to take a Mon. So he was forced to sack a Mon, and he decided to sack Heatran, which I was happy to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like your biggest threat gone for your Clefable plan, hey?
Well, 2 threats really. Roaring Moon is somewhat able to bypass unaware because photosynthesis is not a stat boost. It is something else. So Iron Head can still hit me really hard. I do remember that in the end game, the Iron Head from Roaring Moon does like 60% to my Clefable.
Wild damage, really.
I was about max defense, man.
Yeah, Clefable is one of those Pokemon where even though none of its stats are actually good, it's just like good enough in every area to make it a good Pokemon still.
I agree, which is why I drafted it. I believe Clefable, sorry, this goes back to the previous noob check thing. I believe Clefable is a mon that will beat a lot of noobs if they do not know what it is able to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. In the draft league, especially when you have a draft disadvantage, I believe it's important to have a mon that is reliable and can adapt to a lot of situations just in itself.
Yep, absolutely. That's one of the key things that separates draft from OU play. Or like just standard Smogon, I guess would be the correct terminology. Where it's all about how you can out prep your opponent rather than just have like a good overall team.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, this game was an absolute wash because of a setup Clefable.
Well, it's not exactly only Clefable because I want to give a shout out to Altaria. This thing is a freaking Beast.
I was gonna say I can't wait for our week 3 where we discuss your fucking Altaria's goatness.
Dude, this thing's set on Zapdos for like a year.
Yup. Altaria is a goat, alright? I might even consider moving it up because Altaria has been a goat for you this season.
Don't do that, please.
Alright, we're gonna move on. So here we have of my child number 1, the noob that I am supporting being Valiant Volcarona, which is our top team here, versus Detroit Dewott, our bottom team down here, with the fuck ton of weaknesses, but also fuck ton of resistances outside of poison. So unfortunately, we didn't have a poison type to take advantage of that. But what we did have was a Urshifu Rapid with Trailblaze and Swords Dance, I think. We had some kind of boosting move. Maybe it was Bulk Up. I forget. Does this thing have Swords Dance? I think it does.
It got Swords Dance this generation.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm sure we set up with something. I know we had Trailblaze, but after that I feel like we... Or maybe not. No, actually we didn't. It was Trailblaze, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, and Play Rough.
Sorry, not Ice Punch. I believe it was Ice Spinner?
What?
Urshifu. Had an ice move, I recall.
It's Ice Punch, yeah.
Okay.
And so basically that combination of moves basically allowed it to sweep this whole team. I mean, there was just nothing he could really do about it after we set hazards, which thankfully we have Klefki, arguably the best hazard stacker in the game. And thankfully he doesn't really have very good removal, being like Torkoal is his only real removal.
I wouldn't know, man. I honestly feel like this matchup could have been a bit different because the combination of Lilligant and Waking Wake is a huge threat under the sun.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
But Walking Wake was completely walled by a Terra Water Colossal with Assault Vest.
Yeah, and Gardevoir will do pretty well as well. Like, Gardevoir is one of those Pokemon where before it Megas, it has a lot of utility, just like Sableye.
Yeah.
Trade into photosynthesis can actually make a tussle with Walking Wake a decent amount.
Yeah. Except that matchup never ended up happening, but it would have been really cool if it fucking did.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Lilligant, we didn't really have a great check to be honest. I guess Volcarona, but I don't even remember if we brought that.
Yeah, Volcarona is a good among this matchup, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring it, who knows.
I don't know. Yeah, so I remember that being our game plan was we used Klefki to set hazards early. We let Klefki die to Torkoal. We send in Colossal to completely wall Torkoal and scare out either Wake or Ursaluna. I knew that it would be one of those two. Then we had something to deal with the Ursaluna. I don't remember what, to be honest.
Interesting. Do you remember how you addressed the Dragonite? Because this Dragonite is bulky in this matchup.
I mean,
it takes on everything.
Well, that's the thing. Once we have rocks up, Dragonite becomes much less threatening.
I guess so. Division B play don't like wearing heavy duty boots.
Yeah, that also.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it doesn't have boots, if it has like if it has boots, its damage output becomes a lot less to me. It's like it's still got good attack, but it doesn't really have like good powered moves, if you know what I mean.
I'm with you, but Dragonite has honestly taken a bit of a shift ever since heavy duty boots got introduced. It's I will say a good defensive utility Pokemon that has good offense.
Yeah. So that's me and Gray to completely disagree about this. I definitely think Dragonite's actually overrated. It's good, but it's just like I don't know. A lot of people seem to overhype it, in my opinion.
I can see where the logic comes from.
I don't know. It's hard to put what I mean into words, to be fair, but yeah. Anyway, so we had that really good game plan, especially with Urshifu Rapid to fuck everything up. But in the end, due to his noobiness to the game, he did not manage to get the sweep off. and he also did not realize he had to actually Mega his Gardevoir to make it powerful. And
Yeah.
yeah, that definitely was not good for him in game because that literally cost him his Gardevoir and like 2 other Pokemon because Ursaluna didn't die to a Hyper Voice from standard Gardevoir.
He had Hyper Voice?
Yes, why wouldn't he have Hyper Voice?
Oh, wait, no, I somehow thought you meant Hyper Beam. Sorry, it's the Australian geek melting my brain.
I was gonna say, well, what do you mean? Hyper Voice is like its standard fairy move
I,
as a Mega
I
Gardevoir.
am aware. I was thinking about Hyper Beam. I was like, whoa, way to go, way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, from memory, it was an enjoyable watch, but his newbiness definitely shined, and he was not able to beat, honestly, this strange team.
Not bad for the first game, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was a 4-0 loss, which is not great, but hey, Ziggy got 6-0 in his first match, so can't say shit, really.
My first game was a 0-1 loss to, I think, Lance?
I have no idea, Chief.
I remember. I had a Heat Train, he had a Slowbro.
Fair enough. Moving on to one of our top tier games, we had Gliscor versus Deoxys. Now this was a very interesting game. Deoxys, of course, Josh, being one of our best B-Div players, and honestly worthy enough for A-Div. He has a big water weakness outside of his immunity with. Wait, no, never mind. Yeah, he just has a big water weakness. That's it. Oh, I know. Yeah, he does have the immunity. Gastrodon. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you're such a mood.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
As a first impression of the matchup here, on the top you can see this team is weird, right? It does seem to have really good hazard overall control between Magic Bound, Mega Sableye, Goldangle's Good as Gold, and Gliscor's Spike, and also Cleaver's freaking Rock Axe.
And also Samurot's whatever its move's called, Ceaseless Edge.
Yeah. Spike. So yeah, Spike, Toxic Spike, Stealth Rock, it's all on the table.
Yo.
But if you look a bit more closely, he doesn't really have a good removal.
Yeah, he has no removal, I don't think.
Yeah, I think Cleaver's Defog is the only removal this entire lineup has.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gliscor lost it and Volcanion lost it, so that is all it has.
It did, yeah. So technically, the team down there could have pressured with Spike on Glimmora. And Glimmora is uniquely positioned because Toxic Debris is not stopped by Magic Bounce.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Magic Bounce does not affect ability-induced effects, so Toxic Spike will go right through.
Interesting. That actually, that's cool actually.
Yeah, and this is especially bad because Ogerpon Cornerstone is not able to hold heavy duty boots.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he does have a grounded poison type and Iron Moth, so Toxic Spike would have required a bit of finesse to actually execute.
And also, the Iron Moth goes pretty well into this team, to be fair.
Sorry. It does, to a certain extent. If it has to be covered from Energy Ball, it goes pretty insane.
I mean, yeah, let's look at this. So, Energy Ball, Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb. And Mischievous isn't even existing, let's be real here. With its fucking 85 per def and 60 HP. We're just gonna ignore that. Glimmora is like the only thing it can't really deal with on its own, but with a teammate in Gliscor, it's not a big issue to deal with.
Dude, this thing has Psychic, so Glimmora is gonna melt as well.
Wait, oh, it does indeed, hey.
Yeah. Iron Moth has really ideal coverage. It is kind of about what move you can have between the four move slots.
Yeah.
And which booster energy stat are you gonna try to give it?
Well, in this matchup with a Weavile, speed would definitely be helpful, as well as you don't really want to be speed tying with the Mega Gallade. You definitely want to be outspeeding that.
Agreed.
Yeah. I also think Ogerpon Cornerstone's really good. Like Weavile, Typhlosion, Oricorio, even Glimmora isn't gonna like it. It definitely hits pretty well.
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely will have a field day here, as well as I think Volcanion as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Volcanion is realistically like one of his best defensive checks in this match to Weavile. Even Mega Gallade, if it's built like hyper defensively, I don't see it doing too much.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, Volcanion is a strong special attacker. That defense stat makes it tussle with Weavile and Gallade pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. But also Mega Sableye defense as well.
Yeah.
Like this team is pretty fucking bulky. 2 Pokemon at 125 defense and Volcania at 120.
Yeah, no. Mega Sableye is almost a perfect counter to Gallade.
Hey.
Immunity to both stab is just really freaking disrespectful.
Honestly, it is. Also, the 90 fucking speed difference is pretty funny to me.
Yep.
So this game actually ended in a 1-0 victory for our obviously Josh was gonna win, but ending in a 1-0 victory made it actually pretty close, and also gave a big props to one of our newcomers, which is our Gliscor person here. So very well done to Gliscor for getting such an early position and against one of our best players, you know.
Very nice.
Very nice.
No, I did it better.
You did not. Moving on to our final game, we have Playful Piplup versus Hellfire Houndoom. So right off the bat, Ogerpon Iron Bundle fucks this team, with the exception of
God.
nothing really. I mean, what on this team will like saying hello to an Iron Bundle?
Gudra is the only one with a chance.
And even then, it's not living too much. This is also the new team, but I don't care. Iron Jugulis is actually meant to be Iron Thorns. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even remember what our game plan was for this game, to be honest.
Oh yeah, right. You're rooting for the garbage you.
Yeah, Piplup was my second child, and the other person that I was supporting. I don't remember what the game plan was, but all I know is that it did not go well because this game was a 5-0 against Piplup, which was because Iron Bundle got a sweep. So
I'm not surprised. This is one of those games where Iron Bundle can go boost the energies into freaking
special attack. Yeah.
Retain flexibility between Free Fry and Hydro Pump and can win from that, pretty much.
Yeah, Bundle literally got all 6 kills. It was utter destruction.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Freeze Dry is a good move.
It is indeed. It's such a stupidly good move though. It's not even like it's not funny how good of a move it is.
Dude, my Glaceon is literally just Iron Bundle at home.
It literally is. Your fucking Terra Water Glaceon is just Bundle we have at home.
I know.
I love that. That is such a good metaphor. That is such a good metaphor. I love it.
Yes.
Glaceon,
in fact, does have the strongest freeze dry in the entire game.
Wait, who does?
Glaceon.
Seriously?
Yeah, 130 base attack.
What the fuck? Why is it so high?
Because it's an evolution. It needs to start at 130.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, every single evolved evolution, evolution all evolved, but anyhow, they all have one stat at 130, one 110, 95, 2 65s, and 160s. Honestly, Glaceon has one of the best stat distribution among the evolution. It has 130 special attack, 110 defense, 95 special defense, and 65 HP and speed.
If only it had the 110 special attack, it might actually... Sorry, not special attack. The 110 speed, it might actually be a good offensive Pokemon.
If it's 110 speed, this is all your Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if it had that 110 speed, it would actually be a big threat.
Yeah. freeze dry and a water coverage is really hard to switch into.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this team. This matchup. I just know that the bundler fucking 6-0'd swept. Well, it was a 5-0, but the bundler got 6 kills and just ended the game very quickly.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I'm not surprised.
So looking over at the actual doc now, where was it? Schedule, yeah. These are how all the games went. Yeah, it was an interesting week to be sure. The Battle of the Stars ended up being a very good match. This was a forfeit, so we're not talking about it. Will getting swept like he does basically every fucking week.
You're so mean to Will. What is wrong with you?
You're an only child. You don't have rights to talk about this, okay?
Oh my god.
The Nose and Ceruledge battle was actually a fairly good fight. It ended in a 3-0, but it was a very interesting game from memory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Lucha vs Swellow game was that was a game of all time with the calm mind sweep for sure.
I don't know. I actually don't feel particularly good about that battle. I didn't really win because I'm a good battler. I won because he just doesn't remember
Underwear existing.
Which is a shame.
Yeah. The Volcarona game was pretty mid, I think. The Piplup game was just a fucking sweep. And then I'm still mad we lost this replay because this replay was really good. I wish I could remember more of it, but it was a very close game. And definitely set the stage for Gliscors to be someone of note worth and not just another newbie player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a good game. This is how the standings are looking at the moment. You'll never ever see Danny on top again, but you know.
Wow, that is so mean. Why are you so mean?
I don't look. We've had. We know she's plateaued. She's not getting much better these days.
Yeah, unfortunately, she always has the scariest team in the entire league, but then somehow doesn't make it to top playoff, essentially.
Yeah, she didn't make playoffs last season, I don't think.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
Yep. As for our next week matchups, though, what have we got? Starmie and Celeseelas. I definitely am giving this one to Starmie. I don't remember the game. Yeah, I'm just giving it to Starmie because I know that he's done very well in his first game, and yeah, as we were just discussing, I don't have much faith in Steeler.
Unfortunate.
I mean, do you disagree?
She has a good team.
She does have a good team, but so does Starmie. Don't forget, he's got Dragapult, Mega, Scizor, Infernape, Landorus, and fucking Manaphy.
Okay, hold on. Okay. This is a hot take, right? This is a hot take.
Yes.
I believe Infinite is a shitmon, and it is not worth 15 points.
You, sir, can go fuck yourself.
It's a shitmon.
You're a shitmon.
Not even that fast by today's standard.
So, it was like super fast at the time. 108 was like nutty back in Gen 4.
I know, but like nowadays, is it worth 15 mons in current Gen Draft League? I don't think so, buddy.
I mean, maybe not, but power creep's a bitch, go fuck yourself.
Like, you're literally telling me that Infinite worth as much point as Corviknight and Enamorous?
Yes, I would say it's about on par with Enamorous.
And Lander's Furion and Heatran?
Well, Landorus lost like so much utility. That's why it dropped. But
And Zapdos?
Zapdos also lost so much utility.
It literally just lost Toxin and Defog.
And Roost.
They lost Roost?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that's why he didn't use Restore Bat. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, that's
Oh, dude, why
he's
it
not
has
using
dog?
Roost because it doesn't learn Roost anymore.
It has Roost, you freaking buffoon.
It's a fucking bird. Why did Game Freak take its roosting ability?
Yeah, Zapdos learns Roost this generation, dude.
No, it doesn't. I think it got it back in the DLC though. Wait,
Which means it learns Roost.
hang on a minute. No shot.
Oh my lord.
Did it actually get it back this generation?
If Zapdos doesn't learn Roost, it will be worse than Thunderous. So why is Zapdos in OU but Sunday is in UU?
Wait, I swear to God, it lost Roost. I remember it.
It has Roost, my dude. It has Roost.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, but I swear to God, it lost Roost.
Go to Smogon, dude.
I'm looking at Pokemon DB. I see that it has Roost.
Pokemon DD is not a reliable source, you bumbling buffoon.
Well, it says it has Roost, so shut up.
It has Roost. I told you it has Roost.
I could have sworn it lost it.
Oh my lord.
I could have sworn it lost Roost, whatever.
Actual brain dead behavior.
Well, this is not new information.
I agree, but this is a new line.
Anyway, moving on. Staraptor vs Houndoom, what do you think?
Staraptor's the one with the Palace and Nihilate Sneasel team, yeah?
Yes.
And Houndoom, what does Houndoom boy has? Iron Bundle.
Yeah, he's got the Bundler, Mega Charizard X, and screen support. And I think Great Tusk.
I think Zylex sucks.
That it does. I'm also gonna vote with Houndoom because he's getting like quite a few seasons of experience now. This is like his 6th or something season, where once again it's Staraptor's first season.
Okay, I can see that, but counter argument.
Yes.
What is stopping Mega Zylex from getting 1D this and just click Flivers for 6 turns?
Nothing, but that's exactly. You're agreeing with me. Houndoom will win.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I disagree with agreeing with you on a fundamental level.
I was gonna say you're literally agreeing with me. What the fuck are you on
I'm
about?
sorry. I always assume I disagree with you and I go from there.
Oh fucking hell.
No.
Bisharp and Ty. Look, I always just say vote on the ADIV player. He may have some, restrictions, and Bisharp might be like a good player with a great team, but always vote ADIV. That's what I say.
Yeah.
And then Nosepass.
We have restrictions here.
What's that?
We have some pretty heavy restriction here. You know things are bad when you have to check Zapdos with your fucking Atari, okay?
Yeah, fair. And then Nosepass and Will. Look, whenever it's Will, always vote the other guy.
Damn, unfortunate.
You know I'm right though.
I know. Why? That is so key.
Let's see, Lucha and Ceruledge. This is actually a fairly interesting fight because Ceruledge was like 5th place last season, and it's both of their second seasons. They both were their first seasons was in our last one, but Ceruledge showed a lot more promise for sure. So I'm probably going to vote with him, but I think Lucha's team is probably better.
Question: does Ceruledge fix his freaking DNA on week 2?
No, that's week 3 he does.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. And then there was you and Volcarona. Now this was a meme battle. But
without 1 point Pokemon.
yeah. But I obviously I'm still gonna vote. As I said, always vote ADIV. So I still vote you anyway.
It's not really fair if you give me prep time against someone else in Division B and we have the same condition.
Yeah.
It really isn't fair. I'm really sorry. It's like if you allow Batman to prepare for a year against Superman. That's not fair, man. It's just like Hero Jasmine with kryptonite loaded into the spear.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Gliscors vs Dewott. Now this is actually probably would have been an interesting game. I don't remember it. We'll find out later. But I'm giving it to Gliscors just because he performed well against Deoxys, and Deoxys is much better than Dewott.
I would agree with you there. I think.
And then we have Noob number 2, Piplup versus Goat number 1, Deoxys. So, yeah, I don't think I need to elaborate on why I think Deoxys is going to win.
Okay.
But I will mention this because I've found this fact interesting as hell. Where was it? What team has that team in it? Oh my god, I have too many teams loaded into this shit. Team League 9, there we go. This team is, it wasn't 9, fuck, what was it, 10? Oh wait, it's still showing 9, sorry, it's still showing 8. There we go. This team is hella fucking water weak, and the thing that resists it is hella fucking grass weak. So the only real threat is Serena to an Ogerpon water, or that has Swords Dance and Trailblaze. So, even though I still think Josh is going to win, because he's simply the better player, Ogerpon goes hella hard into his team.
Ogerpon's a good Pokemon.
Indeed it is. I actually think after like prepping with the team, I actually think we might want to buff it in points, but I'm not sure yet.
I keep telling you guys, Ogerpon Cornerstone especially should not be in 14. You cannot give an offensive grass type an accurate spammable rock move and shut that thing into 14. Come on. Who the fuck has a good idea? If you ask me Infinite or Ogerpon Cornerstone, I'll go Ogerpon Cornerstone every time. And somehow Infinite is 1 point more expensive? Come on.
To be fair, you were the one that said... Reload. You were the one that said put it in 14.
I know, I was the one who said put it in 15. I was consistently saying Ogerpon Cornerstone is definitely better than Ogerpon Teal.
No, you said that you put them at about the same.
Oh, really? Okay. Well.
Yeah, that was your idea, mate. Because you said they offer like unique advantages and disadvantages that you think equal out. That was literally exactly what you said.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I am a dumbass. I love Devo was not a smart man.
This was Devo from like a month ago, by the way. It's not been a very long time.
Hey, I was a different man back then. Okay, generating all the dumbassery out of my body.
I think it's more the fact that you've learned and watched Cornerstone become a lot better than Teal. But
there is a certain level of security in knowing that when you click a rock move, it doesn't miss.
This is true.
I am looking at you, freaking rocks, head smash, Arcanine.
Arcanine. All right.
Fucking
well, on that note, I think it's about a good time to wrap up this video, don't you?
Agreed. Also, I want to shout out to Captain Holt, who has passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got the news about that today, so that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Rest in pieces. Does anyone know how he died?
I believe natural causes.
He wasn't that old though, right? He's only like 60, right?
61. His publicist said it's a brief illness, so I'm gonna assume some sort of lung condition.
Unfortunate. Once again, rest in pieces, Captain Holt, and we'll see you guys next week with somebody else. I don't know who yet. Goodbye.
Can't wait.